They took it from us. The best time slot in football. Sunday night football. Steelers, Bengals, scheduled for next week, week 11, 8:15. Bengals were going to wear their all-white-out jerseys. I assumed that the Steelers would have rocked the color rush. The NFL decided that Chiefs-Chargers would be better entertainment. Give me a break. Who wanted to see Mahomes versus Herbert? Pickett, Burrow. Now that's what America needed. Like we already know, Mahomes and Herbert are really good. And we know that the Chiefs and the Chargers, Chiefs definitely, probably the Chargers, are going to make the playoffs. Yawn. Boring. How about instead you get some rookie quarterback action in Kenny Pickett trying to revitalize the greatest franchise in NFL history back into the playoff mix versus an AFC North rival that won the division last year and also has a quarterback starting that Pickett himself has been compared to in Joe Burrow. TJ Watt will be back for this game. Steelers beat the Bengals in week 1, so there's a revenge factor there. The Bengals themselves are teetering on the brink of playoffs. This could be a make or break type of game for both teams. I truly think it would be more intriguing than Chiefs-Chargers. But the NFL, NBC, Sunday Night Football, that whole trio disrespected the Steelers. And here's my message to them. Here's a message to Sunday Night Football on NBC, though. When the Steelers go on this winning streak in the second half, don't flex our last 2 or 3 games now. Don't flex them now. I don't want you to flex us versus the Browns or us versus the Ravens. Don't flex it. I don't want to be on Sunday Night Football for the rest of the year.
So now you
do not flex us. Yeah, do not flex us up into Sunday Night Football when all of a sudden Steelers versus Browns, Steelers versus Ravens late in the season is a primetime game because the Steelers are in the playoff mix. Don't do it Sunday Night Football. Keep that same energy. Yeah. Don't mess with Steeler Nation. Don't all of a sudden switch up the energy in the second half when the Steelers are the most interesting team to watch, when they are the most entertaining team to watch. And I'm not the only one that thinks the team can go on a run. Don't take it from me because I know a lot of you guys are thinking, Deke, you're biased. How about you take it from 2 players that actually play on the team?
I believe, we still got a chance, we can make it to the playoffs. The season ain't over. We got 9 more games left. I know I'm talking early on the playoffs or whatever, but that's just me. I like to speak stuff into existence. So,
is there any doubt in this locker room you guys will get things turned around?
No doubt. We know the type of team we can be. We know we have the talent in the room to do it, especially, how we started the season, especially that first game. Like, we know the type of team that we can be. And so I think it's just getting back to the details and just playing Steeler football.
So there you have it. Get your whole Bryce Young top 3 pick in tanking fantasies out of your filthy minds.
Just a sick world we're living in. Sick people.
In other news, Steelers signed former Steelers kicker Matthew Wright back onto the team after stints with the Jacksonville Jaguars in 2021 and most recently the Chiefs in this 2022 season. Some of you may be wondering who the hell is Matthew Wright and when did he ever play for the Steelers? Well, let me give you a little bit of a refresher. Back in 2020, Chris Boswell had to miss a few games due to injury, and the replacement kicker the Steelers signed was a guy by the name of Matthew Wright. He appeared in Week 13, 16, and 17, and pulled the reverse Josh Scobie. He actually made every kick that he was given the opportunity to try to make, and ever since then, Matthew Wright became known as the real Matty Ice. No one calls him that? Steeler Nation does, at least. Oh, just me. After that 2020 season, we knew Matthew Wright's time with the Steelers was only temporary because we still had Chris Boswell. So Wright landed with the Jaguars in 2021 and was pretty impressive. Kicked for 87% from the field and also made this 56-yard game winner. And then this year, I don't know why he wasn't picked up again by Jacksonville, but he initially signed with the Lions early of January 2022, but then later in August, before the season started, they cut him in place for Zane Gonzalez. Essentially, Wright was just sitting on his couch in the middle of the season, and the Chiefs kicker, Harrison Butker, he goes down with an injury. The Chiefs call up Wright and say, hey, can you be our replacement kicker? He obliges and plays for them for a few games and does pretty well, hitting a 59-yarder in the process. So it doesn't really look like kick strength is an issue for Matthew Wright, and that was one of the knocks on him early on. The accuracy was there, but some people didn't think he could make one over 50 yards. Something changed because he obviously hit the 56-yarder with the Jaguars, hit a 59-yarder with the Chiefs. I don't know how he did it. Maybe he took Hans Stenz's sister product, leg extends. Now, what this signing means for us and our kicking situation. So we don't have Skiba on the roster anymore. He was the kicker that came in for Boz in the Eagles game and actually kicked kind of well outside of the one off the kickoff where he just completely missed the field. How wide is it? Isn't it like 50 yards long and you can't even just like get it in between the lines there? But no, he was solid for us. We cut him. But what's interesting is whenever we cut him, everyone thought that was due to Boswell being healthy and he's going to be back ready to go. But then shortly after we cut Skiba, we end up signing Matthew Wright, which makes people think that the Boswell injury is more long-term. But basically, I just think the Steelers view Matthew Wright as an upgrade over Nick Skiba. Consider that Wright has had success multiple times at Heinz Field with the Steelers in the regular season, never missed a kick. Whereas Skiba, I get he was with the Steelers in the preseason and everything. But still, there's a little bit of a difference, and Matthew Wright just has a better body of work as a kicker in the NFL. And my take about the move, I'm actually pumped about the signing. Not because Boz is hurt. I want him back as soon as possible, clearly. But if we weren't going to have Boz as our starting kicker, Matthew Wright, out of the names that would be available, is my pick. Not only because of the familiarity with Pittsburgh and the success he's had here, but I just think he's a good kicker. I'm actually surprised he hasn't carved out a spot on a team long term. And I think he's going to do well for us for however many games he's got to play. So we'll monitor the Boz situation and see how long he's going to be out. But what's funny is Boz's brother actually tweeted out that he'll be getting an MRI on Monday. So we should get more clarification then sometime next week. But I don't think we really got to rush this thing because, again, I do think Matthew Wright is actually going to be a pretty good kicker for us. That's it for this edition of Big Deke News. Let me know what you guys think of the Steelers getting flexed out of Sunday night. Also, the Steelers signing Matthew Wright. How long do you think Boswell's going to be out? Etc., etc. So, again, hope you guys enjoyed. Stay chilling. Enjoy your Thursday.